Hey everyone, this is Miss Time Bunny, and I'm here today to do would it be my third review or my fourth review of a Shadowwood episode? Well, I suppose with individual episodes it is my sort of third review, but if it's just like we're talking generally, this is my fourth video on them. Yes, in case anyone has come into this like without watching the previous videos, Shadowwood is like a audio series here on YouTube, and it's a spin-off of Torchwood, so go and watch them. But today's review is on Shadowwood. It begins again. The end is where we start from. This is about episode 3. So it's like, let's see where I'm going just quickly scanning through my notes here just to sort of start, see where I can start. It's basically, it centres around like a sort of a shopping centre that has basically had this like weird alien mould / fungus growing over it, and Norton and another character called Suzanne, who has popped up on previous episodes, are basically trying to sort this out. And slight spoiler for the next bit, but yeah, it sort of turns out that Rojeda, who they thought had died in the previous episode, didn't, basically. And she's basically trying to blackmail Suzanne and Norton into basically helping her open the rift and escape, whilst they're obviously trying to deal with all this alien mould crap as well at the same time. So during this episode, we see the return of Jack and Gwen and the other character Yvonne, because obviously by this point they've twigged that they were conned into pretty much leaving Norton on his own, because obviously they didn't know that Suzanne was there helping him at the time. So yeah, it's pretty much they've come back because they realise, like, hang on a minute, I think we've been conned here. And so yeah, you see them more sort of like later towards the end of the episode when they're like, hi, back, yeah, I think we were tricked into leaving, sort of like, sorry. So, and during this episode, again, slight spoiler, you know, sort of there's two characters called Sally and Yvonne, who during various points of this episode decide they're going to leave the team as well. So, as I said, you know, these things, individual sort of like episodes are sort of being a little bit spoilerish, but not too spoilerish at the same time, as in I'm not going to tell you how it ends, at least, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much how this episode revolves, around sort of like Rojeda being a stubborn bitch and not dying, and basically causing more trouble by sort of like I don't know if she does it directly or if it was a result of something she let through the rift when the sort of midnight sun came through. So I think it's like kind of her fault this mould came through, but not. I don't think she intentionally let it through, if I remember. I can't remember. I've been asleep since I did my notes, and now I'm like, can't quite remember now. But I know it was like, I think it's something that came through when she initially opened the rift to try and escape, and it's like now causing problems. It's like, can you not, Rojeda? Can you just not, you know, behave yourself, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much like the general gist of the episode, and it's like, yet again, you know, quite an enjoyable episode. I can't remember if it was this particular one or if it was on episode 2. I did notice, I think, some slight issues with the sound. I think it was like the sort of like, obviously the speaking parts weren't quite as loud. I think them sort of music was fine, but I think some of the audio quality wasn't quite as loud. I think it was this episode, I can't remember. I know it was either episode 2 or 3. I did notice that it was like a smidge bit quiet and like a smidge bit tinny, but I obviously don't mean that as a mean criticism. That's more of a, you know, a little bit of a, I want to say constructive criticism, but at the same time I know this was obviously like a very early episode way back, obviously when they first started doing this, so it's like more of a taking into mind that they may not have had obviously like the equipment and skills to sort of like make it as good. You know, the previous episodes, it had been sort of pretty decent, but I think it was episode 3 I noticed the audio was a little bit off. So, but guys, please don't take that as like a bad thing, because I have noticed that I think it was the audio quality's gotten better. So, but yeah, that was just what I noticed. It was, I think, either episode 2, episode 3, or it was the Suzanne story. I think it was. It was like, I know it was one of them. I noticed the audio was off. So, but please don't think I'm saying that to be mean, guys, at Shadowwood. If you're watching this, I'm not saying that to be horrible. I'm just saying that I did notice it on one of those episodes that the audio was a smidge off, and I think it was episode 3 I noticed it on. But it may have been either 2 or Suzanne's story. I know it was one of them around that point of the series. I noticed it was just a little bit off. But apart from that, again, like, still a really good story, a great effort, and you know I will always cheer you guys on. And you know, it's like, yes, I'm that sad twat, you know, who's like sort of like, have I just become your #1 fan, guys? You know, I don't think I have. You know, I'm always just here cheering you on, like, yay, Shadowwood, woo, go team, you know. So I'm that person. You know, I will just sit here and quietly cheer you on, even if I am your little cheerleading squad of one, you know, just one sad twat on her own in her bedroom. You know, it's fine, I can be that sad twat on my own, I don't mind. You know, it's fine. Don't know what it's going for. Just noticed my jumper was doing something weird there, I do apologise. But yeah, as I was saying, it was like, again, like, fun episode. You know, I think it's just like seeing the sort of story progress slowly, you know, and sort of like just going on these early days, and then obviously watching the later ones where obviously the storytelling and some of the acting and sound quality, it does get a heck of a lot better. Not to say it was obviously crap before, but you can sort of see it slowly improving, which is great. And I really want these guys to keep going with it. It's like, please don't give up, because I will be sad if you do, you know. So yeah, so it's still really, really good, apart from obviously that one thing I brought up. So, but keep going, guys. It'll be just like great to see you keep going. And I'll do my usual link up playlists and such like in the bottom. Also, you know, sort of if the crowdfunder is still running by the time I post this, I will post that up for Shadowwood as well, because I know that at time of recording in September 2020 they were doing like a little crowdfunder to get £500 to put towards making more episodes, so I will link that up as well. So yes, go help them if you can. You know, even if you only bung them a couple of quid, you know, sort of go and help them. But if not, please do go and check out their channel, which is what I was trying to say then when I couldn't like spoken the words, you know, it was like, nah. But yeah, so like, as I always say, even just like watching, you know, watching videos all the way through, liking, commenting, subscribing, things like that, all this interaction does help boost people like up the algorithm a little bit and up the rankings and stuff like that and search results. So even if you can't financially give them any money, which, you know, with 2020 and the pandemic, you know, everyone's broke and it's all been a bit shit, so I can understand if you can't necessarily afford it, but you can go and support them. So I want to see these guys do well. So on that note, I am going to end here, and I will see you all next time. Bye.